back to the show. Today we're going to talk about courage and inclusion and the power of sports to change lives. My guest is Jensen Cristales, a
Hi.
beautiful name that you have with
Thank you.
Special Olympics. I
Yeah.
don't think I've done an episode with anyone from Special Olympics, and I've been involved in some way for many, many years with the big games when they would happen years ago at Connolly. But you
Absolutely.
say now they're not happening there, but we want to hear all about Special Olympics and why you're passionate about this.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. Super excited to be here. Um, Special Olympics is like you said, life-changing for
Yeah.
not just our athletes, but all who are involved, from people like myself who are on staff to our regular volunteers who are there just for the day or who want to take on a larger volunteer role with us. And we host all over the place. I personally serve from Lampasas to Copperas Cove, and my eastern line is shared with the greater Houston area
Wow.
just because it's not as accessible for a lot of our families. It's more of that rural area. So
Hmm.
I have tons and tons of teams, over 40 teams in my area, 12, part of the central region. So Special Olympics Texas specifically breaks the state up into 5 different regions, and the central region has just I think it's just shy of 2,000 athletes between
Oh
the
my
greater Waco
goodness.
and the greater Austin area. So we host all over the place from Baylor. We're going to be at Fort Hood. Actually, we're at Fort Hood for
Hmm.
bowling, October 24th and 25th. Um, so we have lots of community partners that host us, and we are always looking for spaces that are new for our athletes to be introduced to, or to introduce them to our athletes and how they can be part of this greater mission and a greater cause.
Now you're the program director.
Yes, ma'am.
So what kind of drew you to this work, first of all, and what is a program director?
Yeah, so I'm no stranger to the nonprofit world. My background is in social work. I have my bachelor's and my master's, and I actually started with Special Olympics in Massachusetts as a volunteer during college.
So
During
where
my,
did you go to school?
I went to Western New England University. It's a
Oh,
small D3 school in Springfield, the home of basketball. But I started just volunteering there. They had a giant event at Gillette Stadium. A few of my friends and I hopped in the
hmm.
car and made the hour-and-a-half trip over to volunteer. I had a client at the time that I was seeing that was an athlete, and he asked me to come to support. So from there, it just kind of started. And I'm originally from New York, so I'm a
Wow.
bit of a transplant.
Well, welcome to Texas.
But when searching for a spot to bring me to Texas, I stumbled upon a listing for Special Olympics and knew that that was something that I would be really
Hmm.
passionate about.
Hmm.
I have tons of experience working with individuals with intellectual or
Yeah. I
developmental
wondered if you had
disabilities.
an experience or a family member or something.
Yeah, a little bit of both. I have a great uncle who had Down syndrome and
Oh,
was part of Special Olympics in its inauguration in
is
the
that
60s
right?
and the 70s, and I just started getting involved on my own and said, "Hey, I played sports in high school. I don't need to know all of them, but
All
I
right,
was
right, right.
passionate about this population and knew that it would be a good fit for me, and it's been tremendous. I've been here for 2 years now, and I learn something new every day.
Hmm.
Um, as a program director, my title's recently changed, so I'm the community outreach coordinator, which just essentially means that not only am I helping provide programming in our community to our athletes in terms of sporting events, but I'm
Hmm.
also engaging the community to encourage volunteers to come out and help us.
You do need a lot of volunteers.
Absolutely, our
Yeah.
programs are not possible without volunteer
Without them,
help.
sure. And
Um,
not just mom and dad, or I mean,
right?
and I'm
Yeah.
sure that you have a lot of them, but
Yes, plenty of it.
yeah,
These families are no strangers to the concept of it
sure.
takes a village, and so they're always willing to step in and help. But the other side of that coin is that they deserve, just as a neurotypical individual might be able to go to their child's sporting event, a varsity basketball game,
Hmm.
a collegiate athletic event, to just sit in the stands and enjoy it. So we're
Yeah.
always looking for volunteer organizations, individuals, businesses, fraternities and sororities,
Yeah.
Greek life, churches that want to just come and be part of a special day For sure, but we go beyond just that. We're not just sports. We include medical care. We are one of the Special Olympics, the organization and the entity as its whole. It's one of the largest nonprofit for free medical providers for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We connect them to 8 different disciplines, ranging from mental health care to a podiatrist to getting your eyes and ears checked and your animal physical. That's all at no
I had no
cost.
idea.
Yeah, there's so much more to just sports than Special Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
and not a lot of people are aware of that, which is why we try to do all-inclusive programming, not just in the sense of everybody is welcome, but we offer a variety of things. Um, we partner with the Baylor men's basketball team
Mm-hmm.
here
Yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
town.
Scott Drew. He's got
Yeah,
a great program there.
fantastic, and they invite us every year for what's called the annual Night of Joy, and it's just a
Yeah, Joy's kind of
chance.
his thing.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a chance for us to bring athletes and their families to go watch a close practice.
Yeah.
We catch the tail end of it, 30 to 40 minutes. It's great to see that these collegiate athletes are getting involved. And then we do a skills clinic. So they get to go on the court, meet the team, run through their drills. So it's our athletes learning how these collegiate athletes are training
How
to
fun.
prepare for their season.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible time. But that's just one example. And, we stretch as far as we include our law enforcement partners, so
Mm-hmm.
police, fire, EMS, military, active duty, or retired. Any first responders, they're part of a subdivision of Special Olympics that we call LETR, or the Law Enforcement Torch Run. And they're some of our top fundraisers.
Mm-hmm.
They are a grassroots organization that raises over $1 billion annually across the globe and across the nation. Waco PD themselves and Lorena PD are some of our tried and true volunteers here, and we've expanded to include AMR locally, and the fire department's getting on board with more things. So we have a branch that reaches into all sorts of aspects of life, and that's really the mission and the goal of our organization is
Yeah.
to improve the quality of life for our athletes.
But in talking about sports,
Yes.
what is it that makes Special Olympics so unique in the world of sports and competition?
Yeah, so we offer Olympic style events and sporting activities year round. So we're not just a seasonally based.
Okay, right.
The Area 12 Waco area specifically, we offer primarily 5, but we're looking to grow. So we start with swimming in the summer, so August, early September. We play bocce ball, we go into bowling, and then we are now adding top golf and
Really?
pickleball, which are
Pickleball.
Pickleball is
All
brand
right.
new.
Yeah.
We just did the first competition for the Central region this month, and so we're looking to expand and grow as times do. And it really is. So our athletes are individuals who have a diagnosis of an intellectual or developmental disability or a traumatic brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't just stop there. So you and I could participate as well without a diagnosis, and we refer to those individuals as unified partners. So there is the opportunity for everyone to truly come be involved at whatever level. Athletes are able to be coaches, they're able to be officials, they're able to climb up the ladder and not just stay at this player level.
Mm-hmm.
We offer local, area, central, regional, statewide competitions. We're a global entity, and so you have the chance to travel in the state of Texas, outside the state of Texas, to USA games or internationally to world games that take place. And it's incredible to see the work that these individuals put in to practice, to
They
train.
practice and train hard,
Absolutely.
yeah.
They have to do at least 8 weeks of training
Mm-hmm.
to enter the area level competitions. And they come and compete, and then their scores get translated into our systems and carried over so they can advance in the process for competitions as well.
Wow. Have you had some athletes go on to like World Games?
Absolutely. We've had athletes go in speaker roles. So we have Renee Manfredi, who is a local Waco athlete. She was a former Sergeant Shriver Global Messenger, which means she is picked on a global stage as an athlete to share her story, to share the mission of Special Olympics, and to be a
Really?
representative of Special Olympics International. And she has traveled to Germany, and I believe that was right before I arrived, so 2023.
Mm-hmm.
To World Games, and she was a presenter there. So not just to go and compete at USA or World Games, but to go and be representatives of their story, this mission, and why it's so important to them. We have a team getting ready to go to USA Games in 2026 for a variety of sports, from floorball and pickleball to softball, flag football, kind of a deal. So they train, they enter a drawing, they get selected, and then they train as a team together, because
Mm-hmm.
it's not just this team from this area. They pull them from all across the state to really create an opportunity that's shared by everyone.
So it's individual competition though, as well as team
Absolutely.
sports.
Yes, we offer both.
Uh-huh.
In any individual sport, there's usually a chance for us to provide a double or a duo opportunity, meaning that you can play alongside a partner. Some tennis, for example, you
I
can
was going to say, I
enter.
knew you do tennis
Yes,
here locally. Yeah.
tennis can either be individual or you play as a pair. It could be a traditional pair, which is two of our athletes, or you can be a unified pair, so an
Mhm.
athlete and a unified partner. But we also offer team sports. Some really big ones are soccer and softball are huge in our area. Basketball, we offer 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 opportunities,
Really?
as well as an individual skills competition, which is maybe for our athletes who are not of the level to be playing competitively along a
Hmm.
team, but want to learn the fundamentals of the sport and compete to improve themselves to move on to a 3-on-3 or a 5-on-5 team.
Yeah. Oh, so much. I know you've met a lot of amazing athletes. And
Absolutely.
what do you think they teach the rest of us
Uh,
about perseverance?
there's, like I said, I don't go a day without learning something new. Even with having experience in different fields with individuals like our athletes, they teach you so many things, from patience and how knowing to be humble to how to be a great winner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody knows that you learn how to not be a sore loser, but how to be gracious in your winning. They have just consistent joy on their faces in their
Mm-hmm.
lives that they want to share with others, and really that's what it is at the end of the day for me, is really that they're just like you and I. They're there to hang out with their friends, to listen to good music, and dance around while they wait for their event to be called. They take it seriously. They know they're competitors and they want to be treated as such. They face so many different adversities in their day-to-day lives
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
for
So
them,
many have chronic conditions
absolutely
physically that, yeah,
complex medical
right,
needs
right.
or support systems that are either expanding or are changing every
Mm-hmm.
day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we serve an aging population. We are the lifespan. You can be a young athlete at 4 and train, and then when you turn 7.5, you can be a traditional athlete. I have my oldest athlete right now, I believe, is 72,
Really?
still
Yeah.
actively competing, maybe in some less contact
Mm-hmm.
sports, but they're out there, they're having fun, and they look forward to it. Their families look forward to it. They bring cheer squads I've never seen so big. Aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, grandparents.
Yeah.
Their third grade best friend, who they are still in touch with, comes, and it's just incredible. And to see that they are able to just come and enjoy. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's like you can see that some of them are able to turn off everything else that they have to worry about and just be.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to leave without a smile on your face, for
Right.
sure.
Well, and they are so celebrated. That's what I love about the games. When I would go
Absolutely.
and take part, in fact, I would sing the national anthem to get things started. For several years, I did that, and I loved seeing the March of the Champions. I forget what I want to call it, the grand entry, but that's a rodeo term. Anyway, but that's sort of what it was. And they'd have their big banner in front and the whole team,
Yeah,
and the stands would go wild, as they'd come marching into the great,
absolutely. We host an opening ceremony for every event that we do.
yeah.
And that is a whole package, from the national anthem being sung at different events. Well, if requested, we'll have an invocation.
Hmm.
Our law enforcement partners get partnered with an athlete. They bring in the torch.
Right, right.
If we're indoors, we use an LED flame, so don't worry, nothing's being burned down.
Yeah, we're all
But
good. We're good.
um, when we go into the athlete oath is said by an athlete, a different athlete at every event. It's let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. And that
Hmm.
really truly encapsulates the
I
spirit of
love
all
that.
of them.
Yeah.
And we do a parade of athletes. We recognize each team that has come. We make sure that we recognize that we acknowledge the hard work that they've put in, the training, the coaches who have dedicated their time to pour into these teams. And then everybody, we award, but you earn your medals, gold, silver, bronze,
Yeah.
fourth place down, and they love it. So we always make sure we have somebody who's full of enthusiasm, ready to go with a mic in hand to be announcing our awards as they take place. Sometimes it's once everything has finished. Other times it's as each division finishes, depending on how many athletes that we have attending.
Because you can have a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anywhere from, I think one of my competitions was maybe like 15 or 16 athletes,
Really?
a smaller size, but you can get as large as, speaking for Waco specifically, 350 to 400 athletes competing at a time. Makes for a long day, but they're happy to be there. Absolutely.
So much more I want to talk to you about.
Absolutely.
Going to take a quick break, though, and we will hear more about your work with Special Olympics. But stay with us. There's more of the show ahead, and we are brought to you today by Fox & Co. Bakery, where we bake foxy things. You stay with us. A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
So it's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
At Covers & All, we've revolutionized protective solutions with cutting-edge, customizable covers, tarps, and curtains. We deliver premier protection at affordable prices and express shipping. Visit coversandall.com today for the perfect fit, guaranteed to last.
VivoSun's mission is to empower growers with stylish and effective products, making indoor growing accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Visit vivosun.com today and get started making growing plants and vegetables easy and automatic.
With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US.
And we are back. We're talking Special Olympics today with Jensen Cristales. And you've been with Special Olympics here, and you're kind of over a huge area of Texas, and many, many, many athletes represented in your folks. And we talked a little bit about volunteers and how they can become involved. I want to know a little bit more. Who all do you want to see come and help, and how do you find out when events are happening and what they can do?
Absolutely. So we look for anybody and everybody who wants to come. We look for our youth to come. We do ask that if you're 14 or younger, that a parent or guardian or an adult comes with you to volunteer alongside you, just because days can be overwhelming. They get really long. If we end early, we know that you have transportation available, those types of things.
Right.
But we have everyone from the Young Men's Service League and National Honor Society students who come out and help, to the Knights of Columbus or Joe Schmo off the street who saw an advertising, saw our vans, our pageantry, and said, "Oh, I'm going to stop in," and decide to be part of it for the day. We have our website, sotx.org, which has volunteer opportunities across the state posted. You can just click Get Involved or look at the calendar there's a calendar tab on there,
Mhm.
and it'll show you all of the events. You can search by zip code for your area. We're Area 12 for those who are interested, the heart of Texas, and there's usually volunteer sign up links on there. If you don't see one, my contact information is available, but really you could reach out to anybody on staff across the state, and we'll get you plugged in where you are in Texas. If you're traveling outside of Texas, to be involved locally. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you mentioned seasonal things. Swimming happens certain time of year.
Yes.
And so how many different, large games are there?
In the Waco area specifically, we have anywhere from 5 to 10 sporting specific events a year that take place. They're usually on the weekends, Fridays or Saturdays, but we also obviously I share a lot of my 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 area and my programming with the Greater Austin area as well, and my colleagues there. So we'll sometimes do things together and find common ground where all of our teams and our volunteers can travel to. That's not too far of a drive kind of a deal, but yeah, we offer I think 5, 6 or 7 sports at this point now that are year round. And we are always, once one thing ends, we're on to planning for the next year. So we're looking for people to be part of our games management team. We call them GMTs. Those are volunteers who want to take on a more hands-on role in the planning process, who say, hey, I'm connected to my church is really big. We have a great congregation. They're always looking for ways to be involved. I'm going to handle your volunteers for you. And that group is taking care of that. I've had retired athletes, let's say, so people who competed competitively in things like tennis, who say, hey, I'm not competing anymore, but I have a lot of knowledge on the sport. How can I help? And they're able to step into the competition director role, right? So they know the rules. We'll talk about what the modifications look like.
Tournaments, there's a skill there, just planning a tournament.
Absolutely. Things from, it can be what some people would consider a big role, like a competition director, to the things that often aren't thought about. We provide meals to our athletes, so if the Knights of Columbus are fantastic about that, saying, hey, we'll get a group of guys to come over. We've got a grill. We're going to donate all of this, and we're going to come. We want to serve you in this manner.
I was going to say, I bet there are a lot of local businesses that help you
who
out.
step in to help in a very variety of ways. So if you also aren't sure of a way to get involved but want to be involved, you just have to approach us and say, hey, I have this idea. Chances are that we're going to be able to find a way to work with you to make that vision that you have a reality.
Yeah. I can just imagine the camaraderie that develops amongst the athletes is so important to them, because they could sort of lead a lonely existence otherwise.
Absolutely. You say that, and I think of a group specifically who are on the adult community-based team here in Waco, the Incredibles of Waco. And
the Incredibles. I'm familiar with them.
They're fantastic.
I know.
There's a group of them who have been together since they were in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And they are now fully grown adults in their 40s, in their 30s, who have become this band of brothers. If you see one, you see the other. They're always together. They do everything together. They have forged lifelong friendships, and that is one of the goals. And in turn of that, their families have developed a lifelong sense of community, people they know they can rely on when you just need an extra set of hands. A ride to this practice, picking up from this activity, to, hey, I'm going to bring the cooler of waters and orange slices this game, kind of a deal. So there really is this sense of camaraderie for sure. And it's so great to see, because in those groups, that there are aging athletes who are living on their own for the first time, or have had to change their living situation because their caregiving situation has changed. But they know that that's a consistent entity in their life, and why they really look forward to participating with us.
Yeah. Well, and I think, as you were sharing earlier, how it's not just the athletic competitions, but it's a kind of an all-encompassing service that Special Olympics provides to an individual and to their family.
Absolutely. Yeah. We offer a variety of community events, from annual fundraisers like our Tip a Cup at Texas Roadhouse that occurs every July, to this Night of Joy that we do with Baylor. Baylor is a fantastic partner. They're what we call an SO college. So they're a university or a college that has enrolled in the Special Olympics programming. They have their own team on campus and they supply unified partners. They have a social club on campus that they invite our athletes to participate in. They host monthly social events from back to school barbecues to a night of board games. They do group Bible studies. And if it's not something that we're able to offer, the great thing about our organization is we have tapped into a variety of community resources to say, I'm not able to do that, but I know somebody who can. Here's their number. Let's get you guys in touch.
Wow. I'm so happy to hear that about Baylor. I had no idea. I've learned so much today about Special Olympics. But I just know the joy that I'm just been beaming just thinking about the times that I've been able to be around these athletes and just the joy they do exude and just how hard they try and
Absolutely.
the effort that goes into it. What a joy it must be for you, rewarding for you to work like, every day you get to go to work, right?
Yeah, it is. It's great. Days can be long. Things can be hard and tough trying to plan such large scale events. And I would love to say I'm an expert in every sport that there could possibly be.
But there are a lot of
But the fact of the
sports,
matter
yeah.
is I don't know how to play pickleball. I would love to learn.
Well,
but
I was just thinking, I know somebody I need to put you in touch with because she's organized pickleball people, she teaches and all that, and I just picture Van Davis and her group embracing helping to teach and work with something like this. So I'm going to put you in touch with her.
As much as we need volunteers, we need coaches,
Yeah.
and anybody can be a coach. If you turn 18,
Yeah.
you're able to be a coach. So whether you're a high schooler, a freshman in college, an athlete yourself, if you do our trainings, which are online, it's an online course and some videos, and we host in-person coaches trainings every so often for sports. Get your certificates, start your teams, and you're good to go.
So where are the facilities that you use? I mean, pickleball, you have to have courts and tennis and all that.
So we did pickleball joint this year as a regional event. So we're using Austin Pickleball Ranch.
Okay.
But I have been in touch with the Waco Pickleball Association, the group that does it, and Baylor has a pickleball facility that teams are able to use to practice on.
Oh, really? Okay.
The tennis facility out by Hawaiian Falls has
Waco
pickleball
regional tennis
has pickleball
sports.
courts, and we also have a bunch of pop-up nets. So if you're unable,
you can kind of convert.
Absolutely, if you're unable to kind of
one,
find a facility, we do our best to help find facilities and locations, but we also do our best to help provide equipment that can supplement for that as well. Lots of our high schools will have their school-based teams come in and practice during the school day inside the gym, so we're able to help supply some of those nets, kind of a deal. But also lots of our community teams will then book out school spaces as well to use after school hours.
Well, I was thinking, team sports too, like soccer. Like where do they practice?
Yeah, so we would use Riverbend. We just in September hosted bocce ball indoors at a soccer facility, Soko Soccer Academy. And they want to be involved with starting soccer back up in our area. So they've offered to be a facility that can be used for practice, that can be used for a skills competition, that can provide coaches and leadership from local teams that they partner with and the experts that they have. So through the development of our relationships as an organization, we're able to extend that to our teams. But we kind of, for competitions, I try to have us bop around a little bit, experience new places, try new things. And sometimes it works out really well. And other times it's a learning curve for us to say, hey, we tried to do this and we know for next time that we have to improve on X, Y, and Z kind of a deal. But at the very least, we've gotten exposure to our organization, to our athletes, and the chance to develop another community partner.
Yeah. Jensen, what's been the biggest surprise to you in the couple of years you've been doing this work with Special Olympics?
I think for me, and coming from the background that I come from and having such a diverse experience with individuals like our athletes, the amount of true support our organization and programs get at the state level
Mm-hmm.
was really shocking and surprising to me. We do a Unified Under the Dome Day every year at the Capitol, where we go and we're talking to our lawmakers, our change makers, and we're advocating for anything from education and inclusion inside of our schools to our health programming, and then seeing that return almost immediately sometimes is incredible. At the same time, trying to rally local support in terms of those people who can commit their time to us is something that I didn't expect to struggle with, for lack of a better word, as much
really?
as we do.
Hmm.
We have, I mean, Waco's an incredible community filled with heart and such a giving body and
Oh, it is.
soul.
It
You
is,
know,
for sure.
it is based in philanthropy, and I love that about our community. But at the same time, it means that there's that many options for individuals to say, I want to give my time to.
Oh, I know that's true. No, you're exactly right.
And you know, there's just lots of overlap within our community for different events that are going on, and that's fantastic because it means there's more options. It's not just Special Olympics in Waco for our athletes. They have the chance to do Challenger League without limitations, cheer,
Right.
and other programming. They can go to things like a Bible study, to a center. I mean, I'm going to be part of the Special Strong grand opening here in Waco.
What is that?
It is a lovely woman named Liz who is opening a fitness programming that's adaptive and inclusive for
Really?
individuals like our athletes, for just a chance to train, whether it's regular gym maintenance because they
This is strength training, whatever.
maybe they don't feel comfortable going to a traditional gym or can't get to one. And knowing that that's another space for my athletes to go and say, hey, it's the off season, I want to go put in some work, and then get to go do that and it's still see people just like them, kind of a deal. So like I said, it's a kind
That's
of
incredible.
a double-edged sword, where it means that there's lots of different directions for our volunteers to be pulled.
Right.
But it's so amazing to see that there are truly that many opportunities, and it's not limited to just one thing anymore.
That is incredible, and it is great, and it's very encouraging, you know, when you think about it. But I just know it has to be a rewarding work for you,
Absolutely.
Jensen, and I appreciate so much you spending some time with me to talk about it. I like to end these little visits with a sort of a questionnaire that the late, great James Lipton would use on Inside the Actor's Studio. So I'm going to bounce them off of you. And that first one is, what is your favorite word?
Oh my goodness. My favorite word. I don't know if I can limit it to just one. You know, I enjoy chit-chatting as much as the next person. But I think integrity is one that sticks out to me.
That's good.
Carries such a punch and can be used in a variety of ways in serious and casual conversation.
Yeah. Do you have a least favorite word?
I do, and it's the R word. I think it's so outdated,
Okay.
and I just rubs me the wrong way when you hear people use it.
Yeah. Yeah. What turns you on creatively, emotionally, or spiritually?
I think it's just the chance to create opportunity or something exciting for another individual. My mom, I love her. She was so funny. She used to say all the time, my sister, who grew up to be an engineer, she's way smarter than me, used to say that the two of us would be party planners. If nothing else in this world, we knew how to put together any kind of event that could celebrate the smallest of things. And I really like to incorporate that into my life. So
Yeah.
I think those are things that help me just put out to the world, is the chance to create a fun flyer or be part of another event. I like to serve my community as much as I ask for people to serve ours. Yeah. So I think those are some of the things for sure.
What turns you off creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Oh, I wish there was more than 24 hours in a day.
Isn't that the truth?
You know, just knowing how to prioritize and
Yeah.
having to say no.
Yeah.
I take back what one of my least favorite words is. It's no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite sound?
My favorite sound, I think it would have to be the sound of rain on like a metal roof.
I hear water a lot in all kinds of forms, whether it's the waves or rain or
Yeah,
a
specifically on
brook.
like tin
I don't know
or
what it is about
sheet metal
water
roofs.
that is so refreshing. What is your least favorite sound?
The sound of somebody chewing. I
Really?
can't.
Okay.
It's yeah. Can't listen.
Okay. I got you. I got you. What other job would you like to have tried? I mean, you kind of knew early on you were in social work, and so
Yeah.
this is a perfect fit for your giftings. But is there something else you would like to have tried or like yet to try?
I would love to be a one-on-one therapist. I would love to become eventually someday certified in play therapy
Hmm.
and really get to hone in on those skills. But that's something I've done before and I was really passionate about in addition to what I'm in now. Something I've never done before that I would love to do. At one point in time, I thought I wanted to be like in law enforcement. And I really, really was convinced that I was going to be like the next greatest FBI agent. Unfortunately, I don't think that I'm cut out for that lifestyle. But I would love to, like, just for a day, be able to be
Yeah.
like, I am the next.
Yeah. What job do you know you don't want? Let somebody else do that.
Oh, bless my mother. She was a public school teacher, and I have so much admiration for our school teachers. I
That's
know
for
that
sure.
that's something I could not see myself doing. Listen, people would be surprised. I don't think that I would have the patience to be in a classroom in today's day and age. And on the flip side of that, while I would love to be in law enforcement at some point in time, I also would not wish to be in that setting either. So
Yeah.
I think those would be the two. Just knowing that I have people near and dear to my heart who have done those things,
Yeah.
and I could never fill those shoes.
Yeah. One last question.
Yes.
When you arrive at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear the Lord say to you, Jensen?
I don't know if it would be the Lord that I would first want to have my conversations with. There are lots of people up there that I have not seen in a very long time that I would love to have conversations with
Yeah.
to say, have you seen everything I've done?
Yeah.
Are you happy with how things have turned out? Because I've done it in your honor.
Wow. Beautiful. Jensen, you're just a joy. Thank you so much for sharing and making me so much more educated on Special Olympics and what an amazing organization. So again, how can folks find information?
So you can go to sotx.org.
Yeah, for Special Olympics
Texas.
TX with SOTX.
.org. On our website, there are calendars for across the state. So whether you are here locally looking for an opportunity or somewhere else listening, we are able to get you connected and plugged in, or you can reach out to me directly at jcristales at sotx.org.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
With a focus on performance, design, and customer service, we're here to help you work smarter, not harder. Join us on our journey to simplify your world. Visit acasis.com today. That's ACASIS.com today.
If your home's feeling a bit dated or you're dreaming of that beautiful outdoor oasis, I have got the team for you. Gather & Co., the family-owned remodeling pros right here in Greater Waco since 1998. Led by the Falconberry family, they specialize in stunning kitchen and bathroom makeovers. Think custom walk-in showers, sleek cabinetry, and aging-in-place upgrades for easy living. They also nail outdoor spaces with pergolas, patio covers, sunrooms, and screen rooms that turn your backyard into a year-round retreat. What sets them apart? Personalized designs, top-notch craftsmanship, and a hassle-free process for free in-home consultations to spot-on completion, plus financing options to make it simple. Customers love them, raving about the friendly crew and attention to every detail. Ready to gather in your dream home? Call Gather & Co. today, 254-759-1147 for a no-obligation quote. Visit GatherCoRemodeling.com. Your remodel starts here.
VivoSun's mission is to empower growers with stylish and effective products, making indoor growing accessible and enjoyable for everyone. Visit vivosun.com today and get started making growing plants and vegetables easy and automatic.
With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US.
MCC has tons of community events happening next month. Join them for Medicare Made Clear on November 4th. This 2-session course simplifies Medicare. Session 1 will cover eligibility, enrollment, and parts A and B, avoiding penalties, and understanding plan options. Session 2 explains the differences between Medicare and Medicaid, helps you select the right plan, and offers guidance on enrollment plans or changes. You can join them for a new holiday event highlighting classic cocktails on Monday, November 10th. You can learn to craft festive holiday cocktails in this fun, hands-on class. Students will get to choose their seasonal favorites to mix as a group while learning the essential techniques. This is perfect for holiday hosting or trying something new. Either way, you'll leave ready to shake up the holiday season with style. Finally, MCC is here to make the holiday cooking easier and healthier with holiday pressure cooker this year. In this festive workshop, you will learn how to use the Instant Pot to prepare quick, nutritious meals perfect for holiday gatherings. Learn to confidently use all of the preset functions and manual settings to create warm, delicious dishes that your whole family will love. I'm Elizabeth Riley with Act Locally Waco News, and I will see you next time.
Experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
BosleyMD.com.
Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Whether it's sports, theater, or concert, for the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at TicketLiquidator.com. Ticket Liquidator. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
You can't trust everybody, but you can trust Rogue Media Network for all of your podcasting needs. From recording to distribution, we've got your back, even if I didn't have his.
Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farm, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. Launched in 2023, ushers in a new era of sapphire ice cooling technology, offering nearly painless hair reduction in just 3 weeks. That's ulike.com. You like.
Welcome back to the show. There is a terrific event coming up on November 6th, Thursday evening, and it is Lights of Love. And you guys have been on the show before talking about this. My friend Barbara Powell is here with us, and Sonya Wilson. And this is through Providence Hospice.
Providence Hospice, yes.
And we've kind of had sort of a theme of, I've spoken to several different groups who kind of focus on that end of life thing, and it's not something people want to talk about or think about.
It's not, but it happens.
But it happens. And, death and taxes, as they say. And how we approach it is really important. And tapping into resources that can help with those last days are so important. And that's where Providence Hospice comes in.
Right.
Sonya?
We are one of two nonprofit hospices here in Central Texas. We're the only hospice that services and takes care of pediatric patients. So our fundraiser is really, really important for us because we raise money so that we never have to turn anybody away. So those people that maybe fall between the cracks, they don't have insurance, they're too young for Medicare, they don't qualify for Medicaid, but they need help when they're with their disease at the end of stage, then we're the ones that they come to. And so this is our fundraiser that we raise money so we don't have to turn anybody away.
And it's such a beautiful remembrance.
It
That's
is.
what's so neat about this. This is Thursday, November 6th, 5:30 to 7:30 at the Waco Suspension Bridge. So tell me about, Barbara, how did you get involved with this?
I got involved in 2016. Actually, a little bit before that. My mom was on hospice service with Providence. And believe it or not, it really extended her life.
I have heard that.
And gave her more of a quality life toward the end. She had extra care that she wouldn't have had otherwise. And all of the folks that came in to see her from hospice became her friends, such as Sonya here.
Like Sonya.
And we just fell in love with everybody that helped her up until the very end, and it really made us feel better. And we had people to talk to, other than she was, in a care facility who were great too, but we needed another group to talk to, and so Providence Hospice provided that, and that's how I got involved with the advisory committee. So it's been a great pleasure to serve and to be part of this organization.
Yeah. So how are the funds raised through Lights of Love?
Because we are a nonprofit hospice, we're able to receive memorials. So when people pass away, they can, leave us donations and memorials. But the Lights of Love event is people support us by donating money to have a luminary lit in memory or in honor of somebody that they love. So it could be somebody that is a family member, a friend, maybe a beloved pet. We have a pet area as well. We do.
Well, they're like family members.
Sometimes they are the only family that some people have.
That's true.
So, so for $25, they can have a luminary lit, and it's on the suspension bridge, and it is absolutely beautiful. Last year, I think we had over 750 luminaries. This year, I think we're planning to have about 1,000. So it is a phenomenal event. People come, they can park at the Hilton or park right in the front of the suspension bridge. We have a flower cart available where people can just make their own little bouquets if they want to, and they can take those home with them, or they can put it in the luminary themselves. We have the launch pad in Robinson is providing our coffee and water and a little snack. And all of this is free of charge except for the luminaries. People make the donation for those. And then it's just a self-guided walk down the suspension bridge and looking at all the names. And it is a beautiful, beautiful event.
So what is there a suggested donation for a luminary, or
The
do you have a
luminaries
price?
are $25.
$25. Okay.
Or $5 for 100.
Okay.
So, and then we honor them if they are a pediatric patient. Then there's a little dove that goes on the luminary. If they are a first responder, then there's a first responder tag that goes on that. And if they're a veteran or military, then there's a flag that goes in there. So it's amazing to see all the different people that are represented.
Yeah. Well, what is it that makes Lights of Love just such a meaningful part, though, of Providence Hospice?
I think it's just the way that it allows those who've been on service or who are honoring or memorializing someone to come together. I think one of my favorite memories from a couple of years ago was a family who had just lost a child.
Oh.
And they stood in front of the luminary and just spent time in prayer, and then let go of the balloons, I think. But I just saw that, and I thought, this is what this means to people.
So
And
people can kind of make it their own
they
Absolutely.
can.
experience.
Absolutely. We have people that print T-shirts out
Oh.
in memory of somebody, and I think that particular family had T-shirts.
I
and-
think they did.
Right, and I think it was a birthday too, because I think they were
that's
singing
why the
"Happy Birthday"
balloons-
with the balloons and let the
Exactly.
balloons go. But it's not just for hospice patients; it's for anybody in the community that wants to recognize somebody that they love.
Right, right.
Exactly.
In a hospice care, what are the tangible ways so that hospice care brings dignity to families who are dealing with these end of life issues?
We listen.
Yeah.
First of all, we want to make sure that what we're doing is what the patient wants and what the family wants. So oftentimes when you go to the doctor will tell you, this is what you have to do, this is what you need to do, and do this and do that. When somebody comes on hospice, they've had all of that. So we want to listen to what's important for them. If that means that they want to be comfortable, then we want to make sure that they are comfortable. If that means that they want to go play golf for one more time, then we're going to make that happen.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
even if it's just riding in the car.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And if that means that they want to have pet therapy come visit them, then we're going to make that happen. Art therapy, massage therapy, all of those things that are important to people, we want to make sure that they get those things. And the support to the families, just knowing that, that spouse may have been the caregiver for years. If somebody has Alzheimer's or dementia or cancer, they are tired, they're worn out. So how can we best help them, with other family members, maybe estranged family members? Spiritual care is very important. People wanting to reinforce their belief system, and how can we listen to them and help them navigate through maybe some questions that they've had. So it's an excellent program. Nobody ever wants to have to use it, but the biggest...
No, and there's something about there. I think there's been this, if we do hospice, there's no hope. You
Right,
know,
right.
It's like this is just the. Sometimes that is reality, but as you say, it can extend, and make the quality of those last days so much better. I mean, I just think there's been a misconception maybe and a myth about hospice care.
I think the hope is different.
Yeah.
So when you're receiving regular care, the hope is that you're going to get better. And when you reach the point where you have exhausted all of the avenues for curative care, your hope changes. And the hope is that you're going to have a good night's sleep, that you're going to be rested, that you're going to not have pain, you're not going to have the symptoms that were bothering you before, that your family's going to be supported, that you're in charge of some things now. You make the decision about how you want to be treated, and the hope just looks different.
Yeah, I think that's kind of important that patient really is taking some independent decision making about what that last stage looks. Sometimes they can't, and caregivers have to make those decisions. But another big thing to me that hospice care provides is for those family members.
Right. We offer psychosocial support not only to the patient but to the family members, and that looks like perhaps just sitting and visiting with them, allowing them to talk about their disappointments in health care perhaps, or how to mend bridges with some family members that are perhaps have been estranged. But also, what is it going to look like after that loved one passes away? What is it going to look like for them financially? How can we plug them into other resources that are going to be able to help them through
you
this
provide
time?
that as well.
We can help plug them into some resources, yes. And then bereavement care. So after somebody passes away, we provide a significant amount of bereavement services to families for at least 12 months afterwards. And that depends on what the families want as well. Some people say no, they've got a great support system with their church or their other family and friends. But there are a lot of people that feel lost afterwards. And so we are able to provide counseling for them and grief support groups, a walk at the mall. On Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock in the morning. And that's a fun time. So this is for bereaved families, members that can come, and we sit at a table or in the food court and we talk, and sometimes we walk laps at the mall. And it's a great place for people to reintegrate back into a different way of life than what they'd had before.
Right, because it's a major change for someone when they've been caring for someone for so long, and then that's not there anymore. I mean, that role, in life isn't there, and you have to kind of figure out
that transition time. Yeah, that's that transition time, but trying to find a new normal. What is it going to look like for me? So the walk at the mall is a great place, and we're able to do that and provide support to families and patients and community folks just because of our Lights of Love program, our fundraiser.
So the best way to buy a Light of Love?
Oh, I think you could probably visit this website.
There's even a QR code.
And there's a QR code on our sign. I think, communityhealthcareoftexas.org is the best. Go to that website, and it's got its own Lights of Love section, and you can donate easily and put all the information. I just did that the other day, as a matter of fact. And, it's very easy to do.
Yeah. So $25 for a luminary, or $5 for 100?
$5 for 100. That's right. Yes, $5 for 100.
And it's a beautiful evening to do
it. It is beautiful. It's a great family event. It's just it's wonderful. It really is. It just touches lives. So,
and just a nice way to remember that loved one who's gone on.
Right.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you both so much to come and spend some time with me and tell us about this Lights of Love event, something you do every year. Really important, though, to raise money.
It is.
For Providence Hospice, and important work you're doing. Sonya,
thank you.
Thank you. Barbara, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you, Ann.
What if you could clean clean? With bio-based formulas and deep cleaning enzymes. No dyes, phthalates, or mystery ingredients. Just powerful pods for your dishes and laundry. Now you can, with drops made clean, made to clean.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
But boy, it looked effortless.
Man, watch this.
Layups, floaters, threes. He was like an unsolvable equation.
I was born like this.
His resilience, his strength, his belief, adversity never stood a chance.
Know your power.
We offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at bizchair.com to transform your business. Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internix. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. That's internxt.com today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mullybox, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com.
So all you have to do is tap your Popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on their screen. They don't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. So get your Popple today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
At Tusains, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone anywhere. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.